is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to tonight's live stream. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys had a good weekend. We're going to hang out for a little bit and talk some Scream theories as always. So if you have any theories you want to throw out there, start dropping them in the chat and we'll get to them. We can also talk about some other horror movies as well, if that's what you want to do. I see we have 13 people here right now, so thank you so much for hanging out with me. We're going to hang out for probably like an hour. And before we get started, if everyone could do me a favor and give the stream a like, because that helps out the channel. It'll help pump this out to more people. And so we have a goal that is live in the chat right now. And it's a little bit of a different goal than normal. This one, if we can do 15 $5 or higher super chats within the hour, we will do a Scream 1996 watch party this week. Live watch party, watch it together. So if that is something you guys are interested in, consider checking out the goal that is in the chat. And yeah, but you know, we're gonna hang out. So let's get into it. Let's see who we got here. RJ is here. Welcome to the stream. You have the night off. Nice. And you intend to spend it with me talking Scream theories. Perfect. That makes me happy to hear. Nothing I love more than hanging out with you guys and talking Scream theories. Let's see. We love Deadpool here. Welcome. And we have Kane here. Hey, Kane. You said let's do a 1 hour and 1 minute stream. Yeah, I think we're gonna do an hour today. Thanks for being here. Thanks for moderating. I appreciate all my moderators. You guys definitely help out a lot. Hey, Ray. Happy Sunday. If a new Ghostface mask added tears dripping from its eyes, what color should they be? Interesting question. Probably red. I feel like as if it looks like they're crying blood, that would be pretty gnarly. Hey, Alex. Glad you can make the stream. We are going to get into some theories. So if anyone has any theories you want to talk about, start dropping them in. Oh, I see we've gone up to 40 people now. Thank you guys for hanging out with me on this Sunday evening. Again, if you guys could all give the stream a like, if we could get to 40 likes right now, that would be amazing. And for anyone who is just tuning in, I do have a goal that is going in the chat. If we can do 15 $5 super chats or higher within the hour, we are going to do a live Scream watch party next week. So if that is something you are interested in, consider sending in a super chat. And I greatly appreciate it. Hey, Harvey, how you doing? Hey, Trustin. We have Lefty Twigs here. Welcome to the stream. Hey, Paul. Kyle is saying hello from Newfoundland. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. Captain J saw Mission Impossible last night. It was pretty good. Nice. I've never seen any of the Mission Impossible movies. Like, literally never seen them at all. Never even seen, like, a scene from one of them. Was this the 8th one? Is that correct? That's a lot of movies. Hey, Angie. J-Rod is here saying it's a Scream, baby. Alex coming through with our Scream 7 countdown again. We are 278 days away from Scream 7. That's crazy. Like, every time we do these streams, Alex, you always come with the countdown, and it's just like, we're already in the 270s. Like, it's going to be here before we know it. It really will. The weeks just fly by. Layoffs and liquidations is here saying, I could really use some prayers today. Send luck my way, please. Life is crap right now. I am sorry to hear that. Life can be tough, man. I am sending you all of the good vibes. Thank you for hanging out with us. Ray says, outside of Scream franchise, which horror movie has the best party? Ooh. Hmm. I feel like the Halloween franchise never has any parties at all, right? Neither does I feel like neither does Nightmare on Elm Street. I feel like in the Friday the 13th franchise, there's always some kind of little get together where they're like having fun and dancing a little bit. I guess I would go with Friday. I don't know. If anyone has any answer to this question, please let us know in the chat. And Percy is throwing out our first super chat. Thank you, Percy. You said hello, Pam. Chucky doll versus Harry Warden. Gotta go Chucky. I mean, Chucky's kind of invincible. He always comes back. Yeah, gotta go Chucky. Thank you so much for your super chat and for hanging out. Stella is saying happy Sunday evening to all. Welcome to the stream. Hello, J-Rod. What if one person sends the entire super chat amount? Well, I mean, that would be insanely generous. Well, I think if it was one person, they would have to send in like 15 separate super chats just to actually meet the goal. Either way, like, I don't know. But that would be insane. Ven is here, and you haven't seen any Scream movies? Oh my god. Well, you are missing out. You won't be disappointed if you watch them. I can't imagine like never seeing the Scream movies. My life would be so different if I'd never seen any of them. Well, like I said, we do have a goal going in the stream. And if we meet the goal, we'll do a live watch party next week. If we get 15 $5 super chats or more or higher within the hour, then your first time watch could be during the live watch party next week if we hit the goal. Hey, Jesse. Travis Scott fam says, if Joe Goldberg and Billy Loomis in a fight, who you got? Billy. Gotta go Billy. You know, I love the show You. Joe Goldberg is a great character, but, you know, Scream is, I'm obsessed with Scream. Billy Loomis, top 2 ghost faces, so gotta go Billy. Yes, let's go Knicks. 20 minutes until the game starts. I'm going to throw it on in the background while I stream. I hope they win, man. They're down 2. Like, it's been rough. Percy is throwing out another super chat. Thank you. You said Chad and Tara from Scream 6 versus Chucky and Tiffany humans. Ooh. That's kind of tough because I feel like in Scream, the good guys always win. And, like, Chucky technically always loses at the end, even though, like, he comes back. But I think I would go Chucky and Tiffany. I think if this was, like, real life and the 4 of them battled it out, I think Chucky and Tiffany would take that one. Thank you, Percy, for both of your super chats. Hey, Beyond the Horizon. Hey, Chris. You said, do you think Stu will actually be alive in Scream 7 or just a flashback of some sort? Or maybe the killer has Stu's voice? 100%, I think he is alive. He is definitely going to be alive. I would also love to see a flashback, though. What I hope happens is that they tease us in the beginning with just a flashback, and a lot of the fans who are watching the movie are going to be somewhat disappointed and be like, "Oh, that's all we're getting with him." But no, at the end, they're gonna surprise us, and he's gonna be alive for sure. No doubt in my mind. Captain J is saying, "You think after Scream 8, they should wait 5 or 10 years for a remake or a reboot?" Um, well, I personally don't wanna wait that long, but I feel like that is what's gonna happen at some point. Like, I do think they're gonna take a break for a while, and maybe it will be after Scream 8. Like, if they wrap up Sydney's story in Scream 8, maybe they will take a break, although there's rumors that Scream 7 is the start of a new trilogy, which would mean that we would probably get Scream 9, relatively soon after Scream 8. And then there's, also rumors that they're passing it on to Sydney's daughter. So even if they wrap up Sydney's story in Scream 8, they definitely could continue with her kids for like a few movies. Um, so I don't know, maybe after like Scream 10, they will take a little break. Lefty Twigs got my Ghostface tattoo last week. Nice. I still have to do that. I know I told you guys I would, and it's still in my plans. I just haven't done it yet. So stay tuned for when I get my Ghostface tattoo. Hey, Chocolate Ice. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for moderating. Yeah, Ghostface mask, crying blood would look really cool. Imagine if it's like for real. Like, isn't there a scene in, I think it's Halloween 2, when Michael Myers is like, blood is dripping out of the eyes? Imagine that happened to Ghostface. That would be pretty cool. Yes, a Scream watch party on the channel would be super fun. But we gotta meet the goal in the stream. So that goal is still going. Mohawk 305 says, "For some reason, I think Billy Loomis is an overrated Ghostface, but he served his purpose. He was a raging psychopath." I don't think he's overrated. I think he is perfectly rated. Love Billy. Stu's my favorite, but Billy's my second favorite. That duo, the two of them as a duo, is just, you can't beat it, in my opinion. They will never be able to top it. Derek says, "The last 2 Mission Impossible movies I haven't watched yet." Yeah, I've never seen any of them. Hey, Katie. You and me both. I cannot wait for Scream 7. But like I keep saying, it really will be here before we know it. And half the fun is the lead up to it and talking about it here on YouTube with you guys, like speculating, theorizing. Once it's here, that's it, So it's kind of like with Christmas. The build up to Christmas is almost better than actual Christmas, because then it's over. That's how I feel about Halloween also. I love the whole month of October, and then once Halloween's here, it's like, oh man. Let's see. The Peanut-Eyed Ghost is here saying, "Who do you think would win, you or Roman Bridger? You're given a week to prepare. He breaks into your house when you expect it." I would like to think that I would win because every time I watch any horror movie, I'm just screaming at the TV at characters. Like, I feel like I could win, especially if I'm given a week to prepare. Yeah, I think I think, not to sound overconfident, but I think I could beat Roman. Since you are in NYC, where's the best pizza in the city? For me, it's Joe's Pizza, the one on 14th Street. Joe's is very good. It is. I also really like artichoke pizza. That's good. I would probably go with artichoke. There's a few locations. We Love Deadpool is throwing out a hot take. This is quite a hot take. Halloween Ends is better than Halloween 1978. Corey is the best character. So I don't agree that it's better. The first one will always be my favorite. Halloween Ends does not even come close to it, in my opinion. But I do love Halloween Ends. I know a lot of people hate it. But I like it. I think it's a decent movie. I think Corey is a great character. I really do. I feel like most people's issue with the movie is that it's not what they expected. They fully expected a Michael Myers movie, and it really wasn't. It was focused on Corey, and I see where people are coming from with that. I always say I feel like Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends should have been swapped in the trilogy. I think the second one in the trilogy should have been the Corey story. And then especially because like in Kills, the whole showdown with the whole town and Michael, that would have been a great finale. That should have happened in the third movie where the whole town gangs up on him and then throw him in the grinder and kill him. So those are my thoughts on Halloween Ends. I like it. I think Corey is a great character. Percy is throwing out their third super chat and our first one towards the goal. Thank you so much, Percy. You said, what's your horror hot take? Mine is Scream should have been a one-off, in my opinion. The sequels never reach its potential, and the sequels feel kind of silly. Interesting. That is an interesting hot take. What is my horror hot take? Well, one that I've said here on the channel before is I kind of feel like Gail and Dewey should not have been a couple. Like they or just that they don't make a good couple. They're very different. They're always arguing with each other. I feel like and listen, I love them as characters. I do. And I miss seeing them together. But I feel like Dewey never really liked Gail for who she is. He was always having an issue with her and who she is. Like, if you don't like her like that, and if you don't accept her for who she is, then why are you trying to be with her? Don't try and change her. Like, even in Scream 5, they hadn't seen each other for a while, and they reunite, and they're kind of having a sweet moment where they're talking about what happened between them, and Gail calls him brave. And then he's like giving her shit about bringing her camera crew. But it's like, that's who she is. And if you don't like it, then whatever. So right now, I suppose that would be my hot take, that they should have never been a couple, honestly. Again, I love them as characters. But yeah, I would have to go with that. Thank you, Percy, for all of your super chats. You're being very generous this stream. Let's see here. Where was I? Harvey says, what's your thoughts on a normal opening scene, but then it's revealed to be the stab premiere? where we get the actual opening scene, kind of blend between 2 and 4 for the meta new Scream concept. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, I definitely want to see some more like stab stuff being incorporated. I feel like I see a lot of fans that say the Scream franchise should move away from the whole stab thing, but I disagree. I think I just love it. I feel like Scream 6 really didn't talk about stab at all, did they? What I thought was gonna happen was in Scream 6 we were gonna get like stab on Broadway or something, because wasn't there something with that in one of the movie posters for Scream 6, um, where it's like in Times Square and there's a big ghost face, and there's like different like advertisements and stuff and billboards from Times Square, and one of them was for like a Stab the musical. I thought that's what we were gonna get. So yeah, this would be pretty cool. Hey, Carl. I'm good, thank you. I hope you are too. You said they say Scream 7 is a Sydney-centered story, but what if her daughter's friend group is the focus and she is lured out of hiding for Scream 8? Well, I definitely think she's gonna be the focus. I mean, that's what we've been led to believe. That's what Neve Campbell said in an interview like last summer, I think. She said it's Sydney focused, so I hope that it's mostly her and not the daughter's friend group. Yeah, I wouldn't say that she's going to be lured out of hiding for Scream 8 because she's already going to be out in Scream 7. Unless she like goes into hiding again after Scream 7 and then has to get lured out again for Scream 8. Hey, Michael, you said you have the most soothing voice ever. You should narrate meditation videos. Thank you. That is a really nice compliment. And it's not the first time I've heard that. People tell me that all the time, which is, I really take it as such a nice compliment because it's one of those things where you kind of hate your own voice. Like when you watch back videos of yourself and you're just like, oh my God, is that what I sound like? But yeah, people tell me I have a good voice for like ASMR videos or meditation videos. So who knows? Maybe I'll make another YouTube channel for that one day. Doshi Plays is here. You said, I bet you spoke about this, but I believe Scream 7 will be the first with a cliffhanger. They have never announced another film before a new one is out. Yes, this is something that we typically talk about in like all of my streams. It ends up coming up because so many of us want to see this. I think it's a pretty good possibility. Like, this was always Kevin Williamson's intention. Like, he always wanted to end one of the movies on a cliffhanger. And you're right, they've never announced a new movie before the new one is out. And especially with, Stu coming back, I just think it's the perfect opportunity. I think Scream 7 movies in, we have to do some new things and change up the formula. And bringing back a past killer is already one thing that's never been done before. So to also end on a cliffhanger, have him get away with it, and show up again in Scream 8, I think is another brand new thing that we can do. Something fresh and exciting for the franchise. And Mohawk 305 is saying, do you think Stu will get away with it or be placed in jail? I kind of feel like he'll get away with it. But jail is definitely a possibility. What if he gets arrested at the end of 7? So at least he's still alive. Like, he doesn't get killed. He gets taken to jail. And then in the opening of Scream 8, or at the end, maybe like a post-credit for Scream 7, he escapes from jail. And then he's like on the run. That would be cool. Derek is saying, hopefully they bring out a new Friday the 13th movie eventually. Yeah, I hope so. It's been a long time. 2009 was the last one. And then there were talks about, oh no, wait, we are getting the TV show, the Crystal Lake TV show. They casted Linda Cardellini as Pamela Voorhees. So at least we're getting that. And then maybe like if that does well, they'll expand the universe kind of and make another movie. Harvey is saying Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy's Revenge had the best party with the flaming pool and Freddy letting loose on a few dozen teenagers. Okay, and then RJ's saying the pool party. Yeah, I forgot about that one. You know, the second movie is not really my favorite in that franchise. Chucky or Ghostface, who wins? Gotta go Ghostface, just because I love Ghostface. Ray is saying, I like the party in the beginning of I Know What You Did Last Summer. The song is so catchy. Terrifier 2 also has a killer party. That is true. I do like Terrifier 2's party. That's a good one. Bobby is here. You said, glad you're streaming today. It's Monday for me. I've been sick and I've been recovering. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Being sick sucks. I was sick for like all of April. So it's rough. But hopefully you start to feel better soon. And I'm glad that you could hang out with us. In Final Destination Bloodlines, the guy who played Charlie was in Chucky, and Devon Sawa played his dad in that. Oh, yeah. That is true. I still have not seen Final Destination, the new one, yet. I believe I am going to see it on Tuesday. So either Tuesday night or Wednesday, if we stream, we can talk about it because I'll have seen it by then. I wonder if Stu or someone testified on Billy, and that's how Stu got away. I don't know. I feel like Stu just was in hiding. Like he immediately went on the run. Captain J says, by the way, I like your day in your life TikTok video. You should do more. Thank you, Captain J. I appreciate that. It was fun to make. I never did anything like that before. I do plan to do more. If anyone here doesn't know, I do have a TikTok account if anyone wants to go and follow me. I post some content that like I don't post here on YouTube. The link is in my description, but you can just search me up. Same name as my YouTube, Sistapam. Josh Segarra wants to return to Scream, even without Melissa Barrera. I know. It's such a shame that he's probably not gonna return. I've said this before, like shortly after Scream 6 came out, before Scream 7 was even announced, he did an interview and he was like, I'm coming back. So he loved being a part of the Scream franchise, wanted to come back. He was one of the first things I thought of when Melissa was fired. When that news broke, the first thing I thought of was, oh my God, this is insane. What's going to happen? The second thing I thought of was, oh no, now we're probably not going to see Billy Loomis again because she hallucinates him. Could still happen though. And then the third thought that I had was, oh no, Danny's not going to come back. Even though I think it could be possible if they really wanted to bring him back. I think there's a way to do it. But probably not going to happen. Hey, Mike. I am good. Thank you. I hope you are too. Oh, the Knicks game is starting. Let's put that on now. Angie says, I'd love to see a Ghostface unmasked, but then they reveal at the end that they weren't behind one of the murders. Mystery Ghostface is still out there. That would be cool. Definitely something we haven't seen before. Let's see here. What channel is the game on? Derek is saying, wait, this game started at 8? I thought it started at 8:30. A flashback with Stu and Roman. Yes, that is what I want to see. Let's find out that Stu was Roman's secret partner in Scream 3. I think that would be cool. Where is my music on here? Here we go. Okay, let's see here. Is Yellow Jackets a good show? Absolutely, yes. If anyone here has not seen Yellow Jackets, you are missing out. It is so good. Yeah, I cover that show on my channel. Lots of good theories out there. Are you planning to host a live stream on the day after Scream 7's release? I probably should. That's a good idea. Yeah, it depends. Like, it depends on if I have actual content to post. Like, if I definitely have to make like an actual video instead of just a live stream. So that will probably happen first. But then it depends. Like, if I can come up with like different theories and stuff, I'll probably hurry to get those videos out first before we do a live stream. But I probably should also do a live stream. I don't know. I'm gonna be super busy those few days after that whole first week after Scream 7 comes out. You guys can definitely expect tons of videos, tons of live streams. Let's see here. I hope this goal gets met. Need something to put in my schedule to look forward to. Yeah, guys, we have a goal going in the stream that ends in 26 minutes. So I don't know if we're gonna meet the goal, but if you guys want to do a Scream watch party this coming week, we need 14 more $5 super chats within 26 minutes. 1978 Michael Myers versus 1981 Michael Myers. Gotta go 78. I really do not care for Halloween 2. I think it's very low in my ranking. I think it's so boring. that might be a horror hot take to get back to the hot takes we were talking about. I know a lot of people love Halloween 2. I really don't. Corey Cunningham versus Billy Loomis, who would win? Gotta go Billy. How old were you when you first watched Scream? And how long ago was it? I don't remember. I honestly don't remember when I first watched the first one, but I do remember watching the second one on cable. I was maybe 6 years old in like 2002. I remember sitting in my living room with my sister. Scream 2 was on cable, and Phil's death in the opening scene stuck with me my whole life. I vividly remember seeing that when I was very young. Oh, you guys are so nice. I see Talking Star Wars is here. welcome, and you're throwing out a $5 super chat. Just wanted to show my support. Thank you so much. Seriously, super nice of you. I appreciate you being here, supporting the channel, helping us get to our goal. And then we also have Blind Casper here showing some support as well. Seriously, that just made me so happy, you guys. That was very nice of you. I seriously appreciate it. We are currently 3 out of 15 for the goal. And we have about 24 minutes left to meet the goal. So if you guys want to do a Scream watch party this coming week, the goal is still active. Which one are you more excited for, Dexter or Scream? Definitely Scream. I am super excited for Dexter, but nothing beats Scream for me. Would Rowan Bridger beat Dexter? No, absolutely not. Dexter would win. Hey, Matthew, no worries. Thank you for joining the stream. Scream 7 theory, they've said a few times this will be the darkest one yet. Do you think they'd go having the daughter being one of the killers route? Maybe even the husband, too. I don't know. So this is something we've talked about before on the channel. I do think that would be super dark. And I don't think I would want to see it. I think Sydney's already been through so much. And to have her own daughter be the killer, man, that would be so rough. The husband, I'm more on board with the husband being the killer, although that would definitely be a huge betrayal. It would be very sad for her. I feel like it's less sad than your own flesh and blood that you gave birth to, spent your life raising. I think that would be super sad. But then again, it would be a twist that I wouldn't really see coming. So I don't know. RJ has been a member for 1 whole month. Thank you so much, RJ, for your continued support on the channel. Doshi is saying, I just finished watching Dexter for the first time. What a horrible ending. Season 4 was the last best season, and now I'm watching New Blood. Yeah, so the ending was not great. But I'll admit it has grown on me. I recently rewatched it a few months ago, and I feel like it's not as bad as I remember, but that might be because I know that there was more Dexter in the future, you know? Maybe at the time when you think that's truly the end, you're kind of like, man, this sucks. But knowing that they come back with more Dexter, I can accept that original ending more. So hey, Alicia, or Alicia, depending on how you pronounce it. Francisco is saying, who was the best Ghostface in Scream? I mean, Stu's my favorite. Who's the best, like, at what they did? Maybe Billy. Like, Billy might actually be a better Ghostface than Stu, but, like, my personal favorite is Stu. Ryan says, do you think they'll explain what Sam and Tara are up to in Scream 7? I feel like, yeah, I feel like they have to address it briefly. I don't think they're going to spend a lot of time on it. I think Chad will say something, just a quick line of dialogue, similar to what Sydney got for Scream 6. You know, they didn't spend a lot of time talking about Sydney in Scream 6, and she has been the main character for decades at that point, so I can't imagine them spending more time talking about Sam and Tara, but I feel like they have to address it. just the fact that both the twins are there, and like Chad literally was dating Tara. Like, he has to say something. RJ says, to me, Halloween Ends is the worst in the franchise. Corey was a wimp. Yeah, I get it. I get why people don't like it. I personally do. I don't think it's the worst in the franchise. I can't remember my exact ranking. I have done a ranking before on the channel, if anyone wants to check it out after the stream. But yeah, I would probably say Halloween 2 by Rob Zombie is the worst in the franchise. Yeah, I think Halloween Ends is a far better movie than Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Yeah, I agree with this, Harvey. Like, to have the whole Corey story as the ending of the franchise or whatever, like, not great. Matthew is saying Dave from Nerdbox says hi. I was just over on their stream. Nice. We love Nerdbox over here. I've been on his channel a couple times. J-Rod is saying I start celebrating Halloween around the start of August. Birthday month and all the way till November 1st. 1 month isn't enough. Yeah, same. I agree. August for me. I feel like every year I start celebrating earlier and earlier because I agree. Like, it's just not. It never feels like enough time. You know, back in the day, I would start, I guess, October 1st. Years ago, I started September, and then the past like 2 years, I've done like mid-August. Honestly, pretty much whenever Spirit Halloween opens, which I believe is mid to late August, and whenever Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks gets pumpkin spice back, that is like my official start to Halloween season. Do you believe Jill Roberts is back in Scream 8? I don't know. I would love for her to be. I love Jill. She's in my top 5. Scream 4 is my favorite sequel. I am a fan of the Jill is Alive theories. I have some theory videos on the channel about that. I think if there's any other Ghostface besides Stu who could be alive, I think it's her. But I always say here, like, will they do it? I don't know. Because people already have a hard enough time wrapping their head around Stu coming back. And they might be taking a chance with bringing him back and pissing off a lot of people. So they might think people would lose their minds if, like, they also brought back Jill. I don't know. Lefty Twigs is throwing out $5 saying, let's reach the goal. Thank you so much. Seriously, super nice of you. I appreciate your super chat. We are officially 4 out of 15 for the goal. So we need 11 more, but we only have 15 minutes to do it. And if we hit the goal, we will do a Scream watch party this coming week. But thank you, Lefty Twigs, for contributing towards the goal. Do you think that there is going to be a Scream spinoff? I could see it happening one day. Yeah, I definitely could see it happening. I mean, there's rumors about the Kirby Reed spinoff, so hopefully we get it. Would you survive Terrifier or Halloween? I feel like I'd have a better chance of surviving Halloween because Michael Myers walks so slow. Like, I would just keep running. I would literally run out of the house and keep running and never turn back. Like, I feel like it's as simple as that. Seriously. Um, Terrifier, I feel like is a different story. Yeah, Gail and Dewey arguing since Scream 2. Every movie, it's like they haven't been together for a while, but they're back together. Savannah is saying, how many Screams do you think there might be overall? I feel like 10's a good round number. 10 Scream movies. Question about Scream 6. During the phone conversation between Laura Crane and Jason Carvey, why did Laura not recognize Jason's voice, given that Jason was one of Laura's students? I don't know. I feel like, well, first of all, in like a college class, there might be so many students and not everyone gets a chance to speak that often, you know? And then it's also one of those things where when you're not picturing the person, like you're fully thinking it's someone else, why would Jason even be on her mind? So that's my explanation for it. Slack Wolf, yes, I am aware the Gainesville Ripper is what inspired Kevin Williamson. Mohawk 305 is saying, hot take, Gail should have died in Scream 2 instead of Randy. Ooh, I think I have to agree with that. I love Randy, and I'm devastated that he died. Still to this day, I think about it almost every day, honestly. Like, yeah. Oh my god, and this is so funny you just said this. For some odd reason, imagine Jackie Chan in a Scream movie. Just because I have the TV on right here, and I glanced over, and there was a commercial for something, and Jackie Chan was on it. That's insane. Hey, Marcus, welcome to the stream. I'm sure all you guys here know Marcus from I Shot Him 6 Times, but if not, definitely go subscribe. He has some great horror content. Oh, by the way, I keep forgetting to watch your Randy video. I will. I promise I will. I've just been busy and I keep forgetting. Talking Star Wars is throwing out another $5 super chat. Thank you so much. We are 5 out of 15 for the goal, but we have less than 11 minutes to meet it. So I don't know if we will, but I appreciate you supporting the channel. You said, do you think Randy will be in 7? Also, what are the rules going to be? Will he be in Scream 7? I feel like no. I feel like he won't. I wish. I think they could have done it if they really wanted to. This is something I've talked about on the channel before. Like, we could have gotten another Randy videotape. DH him. Throw a filter on it. Make him shave his beard and cut his hair. There were a few times where he did get a haircut, because I'm sure you guys know like what he looks like these days, and he looks nothing like his younger self. But I do feel like if he just cleaned up his look and they DH'd him, it could work. So super bummed that he's probably not going to be in it, but never say never. What are the rules going to be? Man, I don't know. 5 was for surviving a requel. 6 was for surviving a franchise, right? What could 7 be? rules for surviving a legacy sequel, maybe, because I'm picturing Mindy giving the rules, which I imagine she will, because she has given the rules for the past 2 movies, considering she will be in Scream 7. I imagine she will be the one delivering the rules yet again, and I can imagine her sitting in the room with everyone, including Sydney and Gail, and her knowing that Ghostface is going after Sydney, so she knows it's like a legacy sequel, so maybe those will be the rules. What they will be, I don't know. I don't know. I have to give that some thought. Maybe I'll do a video on that. Let me write that down. Thank you so much for both of your super chats. You've sent in 2 so far. I appreciate you supporting the channel. Let's see where we're at in the chat. Robert Long II is saying, "Here's my hot cake." Pancakes or waffles? I prefer waffles my whole life. I've always loved waffles more than pancakes. I like the pockets of you can get the butter and the syrup in the little pockets in the waffles. And I like the little bit of like crunchiness from a toasted waffle compared to a pancake that's just kind of like mushy. Do you think Dewey will be back in the form of flashbacks in Scream 7? I do. At least I'm hoping that is what it's going to be. I've said before, like I think we were talking about this in the last stream. Whatchamacallit? Because everyone's kind of running with the whole AI theory, and although that could be interesting to see them kind of torment Gale with the AI version of Dewey, I hope that's not all we get. I want to see actual Dewey. Like, even if it's a flashback, it's still the real him. You know what I mean? Even though he's not alive and it's a flashback, it's still actually him compared to the whole AI thing where it's fake Dewey. It's not even him. And that would just break my heart if that's like the only way we're going to see him. Hold on 1 second, you guys. I'm breaking a rule, but I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay. Made it back alive. I did not die. So originally I was gonna do just an hour, but I think we are gonna go a little bit longer here. So the goal is over in 4 minutes, but if we can still meet the goal by the end of the stream, then we'll count it for the watch party. So we need 10 more super chats to get the Scream watch party for this coming week. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. Let me get back to the chat. Where was I? Carl says, when we get the first trailer, I hope they don't reveal too much. I agree. When we get the Scream 7 trailer, I hope they keep some things under wraps. I hope they don't reveal too much. According to Matthew Lillard, though, when he said that he wasn't supposed to be revealed until the trailer, he said that his return was supposed to be a surprise. He said that he was going to be revealed in the trailer. So I wonder if that is still the plan, if they're going to use Stu sort of as a marketing tool. I do feel like they might as well at this point, because we all know that he's going to be in the movie. So why not use him? But I wonder if he is in the trailer, how it's going to be. Are they going to show his face? Or is it just going to be his voice? And if they do show his face or whatever they do, I hope it's like very vague and we can't tell if it's a flashback or AI or whatever, you know? So we shall see. Retrogeist is saying, I just finished Final Destination 2. It's good. You know, I do think Final Destination 2, like, the kills in that movie are a big step up from the kills in the first movie. For sure. The kills are way better in Final Destination 2. We Love Deadpool says, this stream is so peaceful and amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Do you think it's possible that some of the clues that Schumacher is alive are simply mistakes that were made by the writers? For instance, the writers may not have realized that Richie Kirsch could not have sketched the drawing of Principal Himbry. This is a good question, Alex. It has crossed my mind before. Like, what if... I mean, listen, I do think most of the clues are just that, like actual clues intentionally put in there. But I have wondered before, like, what if some of them is just us looking for things and making it up? You know what I mean? Like when you're looking for signs, you see signs. And it has crossed my mind, like, what if some of this is just a coincidence? But I don't know. Like, as a writer, your job should be making things as believable as possible. So, like you said, this clue here with Richie Kirsch drawing Principal Himbry, this is something we've talked about here a lot on the channel. When they wrote that into the story, wouldn't someone think, like, wait a minute, Richie wasn't there to witness Principal Himbry's death? And if his body was moved, there was no crime scene evidence of him, photo evidence of him dead on the floor. So I don't know. I really don't know. I think a lot of the clues are legit, though. Ray says, I hope Stu is the opening killer, gets caught, unmasked, Rest of the movie, he is masterminding from interrogation room. Ends with Act 3 jailbreak. That would be insane if we get his reveal pretty early on. This is a good idea. I think this could be good, but a part of me does want, I don't want him to be revealed until the end, just for that build up and have you sitting there the whole time wondering, is it going to be him? But then that is why I want him to get away with it, to be in the full movie in Scream 8, so that we can get him in a full movie. Hey, Kaden. My day is good. I hope yours is too. It's your birthday tomorrow, talking Star Wars. Nice. Happy birthday. Derek says Stu definitely has been in hiding this whole time. I agree. I think that's more plausible than being in jail or the hospital. And I think we might find out that Leslie Macher, his sister, potentially played by Anna Camp, could have been keeping him in hiding all this time, giving him money. You know, his parents were clearly rich. So Blind Casper says, I don't keep up with Scream, but you are my go-to for Dexter content. Nice. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. I also love Dexter. You know, after Scream, Dexter might be my biggest obsession. If Stu was always there behind the scenes, it could make up for the inconsistency and plot holes in the franchise. I'm a big fan of this idea. I have a video on the channel about this that I put out a few months ago called Where Has Stu Been for the Past 30 Years? I think if they do it right, it could really work. Finding out that Stu has been in the shadows, working behind the scenes for every sequel in the franchise. Especially with like Scream 2, there are a lot of clues. I have a video on the channel just talking about the Stu clues in Scream 2. Scream 3, we know Roman was supposed to have a partner. If you go back and watch the movie, a lot of those scenes are shot with two killers in mind before they chose to change it. You know, what if in Scream 7 we get the flashback to find out that Stu was Roman's secret partner? Scream 4, there's some clues as well. And then you guys know I definitely think he was working behind the scenes in Scream 5 and 6. So I think they could work it out where he was behind the scenes in 2, 3, and 4. I would love to see that. Nod 23 Hill Jr. is throwing out a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Seriously, greatly appreciate this. And you said, I think we will get the Ghostface cult in Scream 7. Absolutely, I am with you. You guys know, a lot of you here know that I think the Ghostface cult has been active all these years. There are a ton of Ghostface cult clues in 5 and 6. I think Stu's leading the cult. I think Richie and Amber were in the cult, recruited through the Stab subreddit. That's where they met. And Amber said, I was radicalized. I just wanted to be a part of something. Scream 6, I also think Jason and Greg were also a part of the cult. They somehow knew Richie, and they knew he was the killer behind the events of Scream 5, whereas the rest of the world kind of thinks it was Sam. And Jason says, we have to finish Richie's movie. So I just think 5 and 6, both of those movies have a ton of cult clues. And I think that's where it's headed, you know? I have videos on the channel if anyone wants to check them out. I have a whole Stu Macher playlist. Yeah, I mean, that was the original plan for Scream 3. When Stu was supposed to come back, why not carry out that vision now with Scream 7? There's also just been rumors, like insiders, people who have inside information working in the movie industry. There's been rumors for the past year since last summer that there will be a Ghostface cult in Scream 7 and going after Sydney. Within those rumors, there was no mention of Stu, but I mean, come on, that's where it's headed. Like, no doubt in my mind. So I agree with you. Thank you so much for your super chat. Seriously, super generous of you. And although the goal in the chat is over, we're still counting this towards the goal. So we are 6 out of 15. We need 9 more before the end of the stream. Let's see here. Could you stream for another hour? I'm not sure. I don't know exactly how much longer we're gonna go. Stu is the GOAT, absolutely. Final Destination makes me afraid to drive on the highway. Yeah, Final Destination has made me afraid of a lot of things. You know, it's funny, so I just went to the tanning salon recently. I know it's bad for you. You guys don't need to tell me it's tanning is bad for you. But I went and I hadn't gone in years because of Final Destination 3. But the whole time I'm in there, I'm just thinking about it. Marcus says, if there is a Charlie Walker style kill in Scream 7 like it's rumored, do you think maybe, just maybe, one of the killers could be related to him, which is why they mimic Olivia's kill? It's possible. That would be insane. I would love it, honestly, because, you know, you and me both, Marcus, we love Charlie. Charlie's probably like my 4th favorite Ghostface. He's definitely in my top 5. Yeah, I wonder if they could be related, potentially. Ghostface versus Jigsaw, who wins? I feel like Jigsaw would win that one. Yes, Matthew. When you are done with Dexter, definitely switch over to Yellow Jackets. How do you think Chad and Mindy will be intertwined in Scream 7 story? I really don't know. I've been trying to give it some thought. What would bring them to Pine Grove, Indiana? Like, I feel like there's been rumors that, like, one of them works with Gail on her new TV show. Don't know if that's true. Definitely a possibility. I've had this idea that, like, maybe Mindy has some kind of podcast and horror podcast, and that's kind of her storyline for the movie, but I just don't know how that would get her to the same location. I really don't know. I mean, maybe once the killings start up, then they travel there. Like, maybe they're living elsewhere, then they find out that Sydney or Gail have been attacked, and they decide to go there to help out with it, just because they have experience. I really do not know. Scotty is throwing out $10. Thank you so much, Scotty. And you said, no, Pam, you went blonde. The blondes usually die first. Uh-oh. That's not good. I would like to think from all of my horror movie viewings, I would like to think I'd be smart enough to survive a horror movie. So don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. But thank you so much, Scotty, for your super chat. Super generous, and you're a channel member, so just thank you so much for your continued support. And we're still counting this towards the goal, even though the goal technically ended. We are now 7 out of 15 to get the Scream watch party, live watch party coming up on the channel. If we can get 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait, what was it? We're at 7 out of 15, so 8 more super chats by the end of the stream. Oh, and we have another super chat from Zork. Thank you so much, Zork. You said your boy just got his concealed carry permit in the mail yesterday. Let's go. Nice. You're making moves out here. Congratulations. Love that for you. Thank you so much for your super chat, for supporting the channel, and contributing towards the goal. We are now 8 out of 15. So we need 7 more super chats by the time the stream ends to get the Scream 1996 watch party. Let's see here. Let me just keep a note of this. Derek says Halloween 3 has to be one of the worst. You know, I love Halloween 3. I really do. I get why you don't like it. You know, it's not a Michael Myers movie. But for what it is, it's a good movie. So I don't know exactly where I have it ranked, but I think it's probably right in the middle, kind of. Hey Jim. Blind Casper says I'm going to start it. I've been avoiding your Yellow Jackets videos because I've been interested. Yes. Definitely anyone here who has not seen Yellow Jackets, definitely watch it. It's so freaking good. It's one of those shows that you can come up with a lot of theories for. So if you like my screen theories and just want more theories in general, Dexter and Yellow Jackets are 2 shows that you should be watching, because I cover those on the channel. I come up with a lot of theories for both of those shows, and Dexter is starting soon, so you can expect a lot of Dexter theories on the channel. I've got to watch Yellow Jackets. I've only seen season 1 of episode 1. Oh man. You gotta watch. Harvey says, I love Halloween 2, even though I can't tell you anything about the film. The thing with Halloween 2 for me, I find it so boring. You know, majority of it takes place in the hospital, and for me, when a movie takes place in virtually one location, I just find it boring. Laurie Strode has nothing to do in this movie the whole time, and there's just something about it, man. I find it so boring. I don't know. I know a lot of people love Halloween too, but it's very low on my ranking for me. Pretty much at the end of my ranking. Hey Aaliyah. Long time no see. I am good. I hope you are too. Where you been? Let's see here. Um, yeah, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, not good at all in my opinion. Um, his first movie, it's not that bad, honestly. I know a lot of people hate both of them. I don't hate the first one. It's like it's an okay movie. Um, but yeah, the second one, man, sucks. Would you be upset if they kill off Sam and Tara off screen? Yeah, I would be upset. Anytime an important character is killed off screen, anytime any character honestly is killed off screen, I don't like it, but especially an important character, I think I think it would be super cheap and insulting, honestly. And I think like a lot of those crazy Melissa fans, like you guys know who I'm talking about, the people on Twitter who are like obsessed with Melissa and like threaten people online, like they're truly crazy. Those people will burn the world to the ground if they kill her off screen. Um so hopefully they don't do that. Scotty is throwing out another super chat. Thank you so much. Let's see here. That makes 9 out of 15 for the goal, for the Scream Live Watch Party goal. You said, I love Sarah Michelle Gellar, one of my first loves. I have seen her commenting on returning. Survivor's hard to bring back. Randy too. Any way it could work. Yeah, I mean, I do know what you're talking about. She was talking about having an interest in returning, waiting for her phone call. I feel like it could work somehow. Like, I mean, look at what they're doing. They're bringing back Dewey. They're bringing back Roman. Roman was literally shot in the head, and they're somehow bringing him back. Obviously, it's just going to be like a flashback or the AI thing, but yeah, if they wanted to bring her back, they could do it somehow. I mean, first of all, I do think she could play a different character. I think she's one of those characters in the movies where she's not really super important. So I don't think it would be that jarring to see her play a different character. Um, or maybe they could somehow do DH her. First of all, she still looks the same. Like she looks great. So if you just DH her and filter her a little bit, they could make her look young. Maybe we could get some footage. Like Mickey was videotaping stuff. So I don't know, maybe there's just a video of her on campus and Mickey was like interviewing her for whatever reason. Um so something like that. Randy also, we were talking about it earlier in the stream. I don't know if you were here, Scotty, but I was hoping Randy would return for Scream 7. Um I feel like it could have been possible to do another videotape of Randy's. Um, DH him a little bit, have him shave his beard and cut his hair, and we could have gotten another Randy videotape, a long lost videotape. Giving some more rules, or I don't know, like Jamie Kennedy could have just cleaned up his look a little bit, put a filter on him, and it could have worked. I think there's always a way to bring back past characters. Getting creative these days, we have the technology to do it. And they're doing it with other characters in Scream 7. So Why not Randy or Cece? Thank you so much, Scotty, for your super chat. Super generous. Marcus says Rob Zombie's Halloweens make me want to break some furniture. The whole unicorn bit is unforgivable. Yeah. Definitely, like I was saying earlier, Halloween 2, Rob Zombie. That one is just like hot garbage. Like we've lost the plot at this point. Um the first one is decent for what it is, but I do understand why people don't like it. But I remember the first one came out in what, 2007? And I saw it in 2007 and I was only 11. Yeah, I was 11. Um and I had already loved the Halloween franchise at that point. And I remember renting it on DVD and watching it with my sister and just being into it because it's a Michael Myers movie. And at 11 years old, you can't necessarily judge what is a good movie. And then it wasn't until maybe like 2 years ago that I rewatched them for the first time in my adulthood. And I didn't mind. I didn't mind the first one, but the second one, that's rough to get through. Billy Loomis versus Charles Lee Ray. Who wins? I gotta go Billy, I guess. I don't know. It would kind of be a fair fight, I feel like. How do you feel about Yellow Jackets season 4 renewal? I am super pumped. I was waiting for it. They waited like over a month to announce it. I wasn't really worried, but I just wanted to know. We have a lot of unanswered questions still, so we need that season 4. Angie says the Laura Crane, Jason Carvey question. I was a TA for a class that had 300 students in it. That teacher didn't know anyone's voice. Yeah, exactly. College classes can be massive. So. Yeah, Matthew. So I was gonna mention that Jamie Kennedy recently just came out in support of Melissa Barrera. So, I mean, I could see him potentially returning one day, but I just feel like he's one of the few that did not get a phone call for Scream 7. Oh my god, is it Jamie Kennedy's birthday today? I did not know that. Everyone say happy birthday to Jamie Kennedy. Oh, the Karate Kid Legends movie. Yeah, that's probably what it was. Let's see here. Ghostface did not get me, luckily. If she returns, it's confirmed she's a Ghostface. I also think maybe Kirby is hiding Dewey's survival from Gale, and that's why Kirby had that attitude towards Gale in 6. That's interesting. I hadn't thought about that. What if Dewey was in on it all along with Stu, and now he is the one who unalives Gale? I don't think so. I don't think they would do it. I personally would hate that. Like, Dewey is this pure character, this pure and innocent character. Um, I think people would riot if that happened. I don't know. I don't like I don't like that idea. Um, Scotty is throwing out another super chat. Wow, this is super, super generous of you. This is your third super chat, so thank you so much for supporting the channel. And this is our 10th super chat, 10 out of 15 towards the goal for the Scream 96 live watch party coming up on the channel next week. If we can get 5 more by the end of the stream, we will watch the movie live this coming week. You said, who would you cast as next Freddy? I'd go Austin Butler, stabby birthday, Jamie Kennedy. You know who I would do? And I saw someone else say this. It wasn't my idea. Hold on. Let me look up his name. I don't know his name. Cameron Monaghan, who plays Ian Gallagher on Shameless. Someone said that he would make a good Freddy Krueger, and I think that is a great idea. It might have been Mike from We Watched a Movie. I think I heard him say this on a stream like a year ago at this point, and every time I watch Shameless and I see Ian, I think of him for Freddy. I think he would be a good Freddy. Doesn't he? Wait, because they also pointed out doesn't he play Joker in Gotham or something like that? So he has this like unhingedness to him. I think he would be a good Freddy. I don't really think I can picture Austin Butler as Freddy. So I'm going Cameron Monaghan. Thank you so much, Scotty, for all of your super chats. Hey, Chris. Nod23 is saying, "Go Stu believers, I was radicalized by your Stu videos." That's hilarious. That's funny. I do have a lot of people that leave me comments and say, I was never a Stu believer before I watched your videos. So I am responsible for converting a lot of the internet, I think. I really think so. Which is amazing. I freaking love that. But it's funny, like I used to post on TikTok a lot 2 years ago, and I used to get literally millions of views, which is insane. I cannot that doesn't happen on TikTok anymore. My videos do not get views on TikTok anymore, but I used to always post Stu is Alive videos on TikTok. They would get millions and millions of views. And every video I would do the hashtag Stumacher is alive. And every time you click the hashtag, you can see how many videos are in that hashtag. And after I started using that the number of videos climbed into the billions of videos. It's insane. I don't know. Let's see here. My chat is frozen, so I can't even scroll right now. Doshi is saying the worst case is Stu had jail time and he's realized his mistakes and he's now a good guy and is part of the friend group. Yeah, I don't want that to happen. I do not want him to be this reformed character. Some people have said that they want that. They want to see him be a good guy, helping out the characters. I don't. I need him to be his typical bad self. But he could pretend. Like, what if he pretends like I'm no longer that stupid kid? Billy peer pressured me. Um, I'm reformed. And then at the end, he's like, just kidding. I'm going to kill you. Oh my gosh, Scotty, you are absolutely killing it. Killing it this stream. You said Butler is a big method actor. I could see him going Heath Ledger and setting a new benchmark for a new iteration. That's why I picked him. Also his voice. I don't know what you're about to say after that, but that is true. Austin Butler is a big method actor. I think he was great as Elvis. So yeah, you're right. He honestly, I when I just think about him quickly, I can't picture him as Freddy, but if he had that role, I do think he would actually do a good job because he is very dedicated to his craft. I think he would be good. I changed my mind. I agree with you. um that brings us to 11 out of 15 for our goal for the Screen Watch Party. Thank you so much, Scotty. Seriously, you have sent in a bunch of super chats, so greatly appreciate you. And then we have another one from Nod23 Hill Jr. Thank you so much. So this brings us to 12 out of 15. We only need 3 more super chats before the stream is over to get our Screen Watch Party for this week. You said, do you think that there will be a rash of Ghostface cases nationwide in Scream 7? I don't know if you meant a different word, but like a bunch of nationwide Ghostface cases. Yeah, that is something that I would like to see. Because I definitely think the cult is gonna be a thing. And I think it would be really interesting to see the cult be nationwide. Like, imagine if there were hundreds of people in the Ghostface cult, and I don't think that means we're gonna meet all of them because there's just not enough time in the movie to meet all of the 100 Ghostfaces and like spend time with them. But I think we're just gonna meet a select few. Like, we're gonna have Stu and then maybe like 3 cult members, 4 cult members. Nothing too crazy. But imagine Sydney watching the news because she always watches the news in these movies. And she sees these news stories about a Ghostface attack in New York, a Ghostface attack in freaking Florida, Montana, like nationwide. And she's just watching in horror, like, what the hell is happening? And then that leads up to the reveal of Stu, and we find out that the cult is nationwide, and he's really been just growing this cult for years. I think that would be pretty insane. Scotty throwing out another freaking super chat, man. Thank you so much. You said a couple more super chats. Get off those wallets, people. I want to watch Scream with Pam. Oh my god, that's so funny. Thank you so much, Scotty. Seriously, you're killing it this stream. Thank you for your continued support. And then we have Alex throwing out a $5 super chat. Oh my gosh, which brings us to 14 out of 15. We just need one more. I think we're going to get there. And then we'll have the Scream Watch Party sometime this coming week. Maybe like Wednesday. I'm not sure. maybe I'll do a poll to ask you guys like when you would prefer to watch it. It's hard to accommodate everyone, of course, but Alex says, Pamela with the super chat, I believe that your goal has been accomplished. We do need one more. But thank you so much, Alex. Seriously, this helps out so much. And I think we're gonna get there. I think we're gonna hit the goal. Thank you. Seriously, Alex, you're always here in these streams, and I just appreciate your continued support. You've been here for a while. I think you've been here since like the beginning of my channel, which is like over 2 years at this point. So thank you so much. And we've met our goal, guys. We did it. Thank you, DJ, so much. You said goal met. Let's freaking go. All right, we're watching Scream this week. It's been a while since we did a Scream watch party on the channel, so that will be fun. We have Mr. Rick here throwing out $5. Thank you so much. You said, I hope this helps. I think watch party will be fun. I enjoy your videos and your live streams. Can't watch them because I haven't seen the shows. Oh, the videos about the other shows. Yeah. You should. They're good shows, and then you could enjoy all my other videos. But thank you, Mr. Rick, for your super chat, for being a channel member too. You keep supporting the channel, so thank you so much. And yeah, we're gonna do the watch party this coming week. Got to figure out a day and a time. It'll probably, I think it would be in the evening time for the East Coast. Probably like 8 p.m. Eastern time, maybe like Wednesday or Thursday. We shall see, but it will happen because we met our goal. And thank you guys for helping me get there. Yeah, the kills are definitely better in Final Destination 2. Do we think they'll somehow address Kincaid like he somehow died off screen and he's the actual father, or at least Isabella May's character? I don't know. I feel like there won't be any mention of him. I think they, completely had to rework that part of the script once he decided not to be in the movie. And I've heard a lot of fans say, like, what if he was her first husband and now she has a new husband? I don't think that's likely. I feel like, first of all, what are the chances that you marry 2 different men named Mark? It's not impossible, It is a common name, but like, I just feel like that wouldn't happen. And I don't know. I just don't see them mentioning him, which sucks. I'm still kind of salty about that. Like, it's funny, the day they announced that he wasn't going to return, I was super bummed. I was annoyed. I was kind of devastated. But then shortly after that news, we found out Scott Foley was coming back. And so I was like excited. And then later that night, the same day with the Scott Foley news, we found out about Matthew Lillard. And my world turned upside down. And ever since we got that news about Scott and Matthew, I don't even care about Patrick Dempsey anymore, honestly. I'm over it. Like, we don't need it. I think it would have been great. It would have been great if he was in it, but we have Stu, so that's all I can ask for, literally. I got into Dexter because a friend told me, since I love the show You should check it out. It's similar. Yeah, I love You. I've seen it. The show just ended. I thought the ending was great. They are very similar, and it's funny because some of the people who worked on Dexter worked on You, and they found inspiration from Dexter. The whole inner monologue thing is because of Dexter. In fact, I don't know if you've seen my video, but I put it out a few weeks ago comparing the shows. I did a video comparing Joe Goldberg and Dexter Morgan, so check it out after the stream. And my screen is frozen again. Do you think that the killer in Scream 7 could use AI against Sydney by using Jill's and Roman's voice manipulation, making Sydney think Tatum is the killer? Yeah, I mean, definitely a possibility. You know, there's the rumor about the AI thing, which I'm not crazy about, but it's definitely possible. And, you know, Scream always is a commentary on things that are popular in real life at the time, and AI is kind of taking over the world. And the fact that, like, you know, we think Scream 7 is kind of going to mirror Scream 3 in a lot of ways, the same way 5 and 6 mirrored 1 and 2. Scream 3 had the voice changer, so for them to do something with AI like that in Scream 7 would kind of be a callback to Scream 3. And we know Scott Foley is back in some way. We don't know exactly how. So yeah, I think they could use his voice, an AI version of Roman, to torment Sydney. Jill would be cool as well because we all want to see Emma Roberts return somehow. But them making Sydney think Tatum is the killer, I mean, definitely possible, but that makes me think of like Scream 5 where Richie briefly tried to convince Sam that Tara was the killer. And for like one moment, she kind of suspected Tara or was like weary of her. But it didn't work. Like she knew her sister was a good person. So would Sydney really be convinced that her own daughter is the killer? I don't know. Who knows? Who knows, man? Anything's possible. If Stu is behind all of this, they really need to address Vince's death and where Stu stands with it. I hope so, especially if Leslie Mocker is in the movie like I think, then that was her son. Her son was killed. What was up with that? People ask me all the time, why would Stu kill his own nephew? Or if Leslie is a ghost face, why would she have her own son killed? And I feel like there's a lot of different explanations. First of all, who knows how the mind of a psychopath works? Like, Jill had her own mother killed, so who knows? Like does Stu really give a crap about his nephew? Maybe he wanted revenge on his sister. Like, I personally think Leslie has kind of been helping Stu stay in hiding, but what if she hasn't been? What if she abandoned him and forgot about him? And he was like, I'm going to teach you a lesson and kill your son. What if something I've said before is what if Stu tried to recruit Vince into the cult and Vince said no? And so Stu had him killed, or couldn't have someone out there who knew that he's alive. He couldn't have any loose ends. What if Richie and Amber just went rogue and killed him for the plot, like to add to the kill count? I don't know. There's different ways they can address it, but yeah, if Leslie's going to be in the movie, they have to talk about it. Like, her son was killed. The Charlie army is in full effect. Yeah. Love Charlie Walker. He's underrated. He's so underrated. Harvey's gonna need convincing to join the Charlie army. Do you think when Dexter Resurrection comes out that they will release 2 episodes a day? No, it's gonna be a weekly release. The premiere, however, is going to be a 2-episode premiere, so that is super exciting. But then after that, it's gonna be 1 episode per week. We're getting 10 episodes, so after the first day, then we only have 8 episodes remaining, so it's only gonna be on for 2 months. Yes. Halloween 3 is a solid movie. It really is. Dexter premieres July 11th, with the 2-episode premiere, so about a month and a half away. Hey, Russell. Welcome to the stream. I realize I am so behind in the chat, you guys. I'm sorry. It's so hard to keep up with the chat, but I try my best. But a super chat guarantees that I see it. I do think we're just gonna go for a little bit longer. We're almost at 2 hours. This was an extra long one. So someone earlier, I think Tristan, you requested me to stream for another hour, and I wasn't planning to, but we got a lot of people here right now. We have 52 people here, which is insane. Thank you so much for hanging out. Seriously, I appreciate all of you. And please consider giving the stream a like. Hopefully we can get at least 50 likes here. Helps out the channel. You don't like Halloween 2, but like Halloween 3, oh boy. Yeah, I find Halloween 2 so boring. After the original, my favorite is Halloween 4. So good, so nostalgic, loved it as a kid. Love Jamie Lloyd. Halloween 5 definitely, like, is a downgrade after 4, but, like, I still love it. It's just so nostalgic to me. Thank you, Sky High. Stu or Mickey, definitely Stu. Gotta go Stu. He's my favorite. Hey, Atrol. You said Roman Goat. I don't really care for Roman. Like, he's good. I like him, but, like, I don't know. Scotty says, Pam, you need Liquid Death sponsor. Perfect. Hey, if they wanna sponsor me, they are welcome to. Thank you so much, Scotty, for all of your super chats. Scream 7 Ghostface is going to be Kenny, the cameraman. Damn, R.I.P. Kenny. He was a real one. Have you seen the new Fear Street movie? If so, what are your thoughts on it? I have. I put out a review for it. Friday, I think I posted it, the day it came out. So if anyone wants, please, actually, after the stream, which will be over shortly, if everyone can please go check out my Fear Street movie review and give it a like and leave a comment, show it some love, because that video is not performing well. And you know, I put a lot of time and energy into making it, and I enjoyed making it, but sometimes certain videos on my channel just don't perform well, and I would love to branch out and make different videos, but it's like, I know they're not gonna do well, so I kind of don't branch out a lot, and I know that shouldn't deter me because it's like, I should just make what I wanna make, um, but it's can be kinda discouraging when, like, I spend hours making a video and it gets, like, 300 views when, like, my other videos get thousands, so please, after the stream, do me a favor and check it out. But I'll still answer your question here. I thought it was okay. It was a decent movie. It wasn't anything groundbreaking. It's not gonna change the genre. Um, there were a lot of good kills. Some of them were not great. Some of the kills kinda sucked, but some of them were actually pretty good. Took me by surprise. Was not expecting them, and I thought the killer reveal was pretty good. Like, I did not see the killer reveal coming. It really surprised me. I thought halfway through the movie I knew who it was gonna be, and I was wrong, and I I was surprised, and that's really like, that is the main thing I can ask for from a slasher movie, to not figure out the reveal and be surprised by the reveal. So I rated the movie a 7 out of 10. I think it was pretty good. I would recommend it if anyone hasn't seen Fear Street Prom Queen. But definitely please check out my review after the stream. Thank you so much, Mike. This is super sweet of you. I appreciate this. And no worries, like, you know, if anyone who can't give super chats, like, that's totally fine. I understand. I get it. Um I seriously just appreciate you guys being here and hanging out and just, you know, helping out the channel in any way you can, like viewing my stuff, viewing my videos, giving it a like, leaving a comment. Every little bit of interaction with the channel helps. So, no worries if you can't give a super chat. Hey, Kayla. Angie, Martha Meeks, and Leslie Mocker and Stu Mocker all ghost faces. That would be a cool plot twist. That's funny. Um, um, let's see here. I'm just gonna try to get to a few more before we wrap it up. Harvey says, my hot take is that Friday the 13th is an iconic series that has no great movies. Yeah, you know, I do love the franchise. I appreciate it for what it is, but it's not my favorite. Um, I don't rewatch them often. Hey, Dustin. Thank you for stopping by the stream. I'm sure many of you guys here know Destination Station, but if not, go subscribe to his channel. He has a lot of great horror content. In fact, I just watched one of your videos today. Your theories for Stu. It was good. I should have left a comment, but I forgot. I got sidetracked. But yeah, go subscribe to Destination Station. Do you think Stu will be the opening kill in Scream 7? I sure hope not. We need him to be in the movie. I personally think the Kirsch family were a part of the cult. Yeah, so I'm kind of torn on how I feel about this because obviously I do think Richie was in the cult. Um, as far as the rest of his family, like I really don't know, but they had to have known about Stu because they obviously know he's alive because Quinn takes credit for the Brooks kill and for attacking Gail, but I think that was Stu. So she obviously would know, like, I think she was lying, but she would know that it was someone else and that it was Stu. So maybe they're not actually in the cult. Maybe after Richie died, like Stu reached out to them or they reached out to him and they just had some kind of what's the word I'm looking for? They just kind of worked together somehow, not necessarily as cult members, but I don't know. Um, how is Ella Purnell able to film 3 shows at once? I don't know. She's just that girl, I guess. How many kids has Sydney popped out? I think 3. We know it's more than 1 because she says, "I have to take the girls to school." And I think in the original script for 6, she was supposed to have 3. So, I think 3, but at least 2. Thank you, Paula. I appreciate that. Yes, they are planning multiple seasons for Dexter. I'm super excited. Yeah. I'm hoping for at least 3 seasons, hopefully 5. Yeah, Halloween 4, so good. Um, I would love it if they could retcon their deaths. Rachel's death, well, both of their deaths piss me off, honestly, but I don't know. I don't know why they did that. Thank you, Marcus. I appreciate that. I will also check out your Randy video. Again, just if anyone here is not subbed to Marcus for my Shot Him 6 times, do so. He has a lot of great horror content. He put out a Randy video recently. Go show that some love. And I still gotta watch it. Matthew says, I've never seen any of the Fear Street movies. Would I have to check them out before Prom Queen? I don't think so. I think Prom Queen is kind of like its own thing. It's kind of like a standalone movie. You really don't need to know anything from the first trilogy. They do briefly reference it, but it's really not crucial to the story. Like, I almost missed that line of dialogue. They briefly mentioned something that happened in 1978, and I was like, what are they talking about? And then I was like, oh yeah, the past movie, but it really wasn't important to the movie. Best non-horror film you've watched in the last year? That's a good question. Let me see. So my first thought was this Christmas movie that I saw called The Leftovers. It came out maybe like 2 years ago, and I just watched it this past Christmas. The Leftovers with Paul Giamatti, he's in it. That was a great movie. What else? Um, I'm just looking at my list. I keep a list of all the movies that I watch. Um, I don't know. That's my answer. I'm going with The Leftovers. All right. I think we've officially gone for 2 hours, so I think we are going to call it a night. So, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Seriously, always a blast. Love hanging out with you guys and talking Scream theories and other horror movies. I would do this all night if I could, but I can't, unfortunately. Thank you so much for all of your comments and your questions, hanging out, for liking the stream. And thank you to everyone who sent in a super chat. Let's see. We have Scotty, Mr. Rick, DJ, Alex, Nod23, Zork, Talking Star Wars, Lefty Twigs, Blind Casper, and Percy. Thank you guys so much. Super generous of you for supporting the channel. Seriously appreciate it. And thank you for helping me hit the goal tonight. So we hit the goal for the live watch party for Scream 96. So we are going to do that sometime this week. I don't know exactly when. When it comes to watch parties, I will schedule it ahead of time. It'll be posted at some point, and I'll let you guys know so that everyone can like clear their schedule if they have to, get ready, and we're gonna watch it sometime this week. Probably the second half of the week, like Wednesday, sometime between Wednesday and Sunday, I think is gonna be the watch party. So stay tuned for that. But thank you again. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Sunday night, I am going to watch the end of the Knicks game. They are losing right now. Hopefully that changes. But thank you again, and I will talk to you guys soon.